Hotep, I am that I am. Some call me Heru, your modern monk, your cannabis fitness strategist, back at it again with episode 45. Episode 45 was inspired by a young sister out there. Shout out to you. Keeping your head up. Uh-oh. What do I mean by that? They're saying this brother's still in Tupac's line. Keep your head up. Hey, it's some crazy stuff, but with your host, Heru, the modern monk, back at it again here for you. I want to thank you all for you subscribing, for you connecting, for you commenting, for you sharing this podcast show with a friend, fellow, family member, yada, yada, yada. I want to thank you. I appreciate you. This is from the heart. And it's all love, because y'all showing some serious love. But today, this was inspired by a young sister, or a sister I know. She was like, why these brothers got their heads hanging down? And especially with the situations we got going on now. So we're going to jump right into it. Episode 45, keep your head up. Now, if you haven't got a chance to check out our podcast show, episode 40? Me and Brother Nas we was talking about manhood, restoring manhood. And there's certain issues that we, especially as black folks, as black men, we're more boys. We got more boys than we have men in the black community. I think that's one of the biggest problems. No pride. You know what I'm saying? No pride, no confidence, no competence. Uh-oh. No. It's like you don't want to. You've been bitchified. That's the thing we really talking about when we talking about restoring manhood. We've been bitchified. We've been turned a whole totally where we're the submissive one. We always talk about finding a submissive woman, right? And submissive can be interpreted how you want to interpret it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the problem in itself. We got these interpretations or these meanings of these words so fucked up that we don't really agree with anything. Uh-oh. And like I had mentioned before, the male, this country in itself is a male entity. It performs like a male entity with emotions, right? So therefore, the black man, or however you want to see it, because this is catered to more black males, black men and black boys, to really keep your head up. Get some pride. Get some courage. You know what I'm saying? Go watch Wizard of Oz. Pay attention. These are things we are not really, we talk about we want to be equal and this and that, but you acting like a boy. You keeping your head down. Walk with some pride. Walk with some heart. You feel me? That's the whole point about keeping your head up. Go listen to Tupac's song. He was breaking it down, but he obviously he was focusing on the female. But at the same time, in the mindset too, you got to realize you got to keep your head up, man. Brother, my brother. You know what I'm saying? We acting like boys. We acting immature. Big time immature. And this is on every level. Pretty sad to say it. Walk past brothers out here and it's like they don't have no kind of pride in themselves. Soldiers too. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. People are so conquered. They're conquered in themselves. They giving up. They have given up. We seeing all this death and all this other crazy shit, riot bullshit going on. All that stuff is an illusion. Yeah, it's happening. If you're going to be part of the death, you're going to be part of the death. You don't have no control of that. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die. If I'm going to get killed, I'm going to get killed. You feel me? That's just part of the DNA. That's part of the quest. You feel me? I mean, just think about it. George Floyd didn't know he was going to be that big influence upon the world. Changed the world. You feel what I'm saying? Think about that. He didn't know that. Nobody knows that until it happens. Uh-oh. Keep your head up. Stop walking down with your head down. Then you got your pants hanging halfway down. And you talk about respect. Oh, boy. The females don't even respect you with your head down. You can't even acknowledge the female. What kind of shit is that? Or acknowledge even your fellow man. Hello, how you doing? Respect. How's your day going? Uh-oh. Sister, you done opened up a can of worms. I don't know if they worms anymore. They might be maggots now. Keep your head up. Get some pride. Get some courage. Get your game up. Yeah, I'm talking to you, black man. Kind of like what Mr. Elijah Muhammad was saying. Message to a black man. That's what this is right here, right now. Episode 45. Message to a black man. Get some pride. Get some drive. Get some ambition. Get some heart. And you know how you can do that? You can start asking for mentorships. Start asking for a mentor. Somebody who can help you or guide you, at least guide you in the direction that you know is given. That you see the fruit. The manifesting of the fruit. You feel me? Stop putting yourself down. Stop putting others down. Move forward. Take advantage. Take more control of you, your identity, and keep your head up. We see all these negative events and negative aspects or attributes or however you want to look at it. And I'm not saying you got to be 1,000% positive, because you can stay as positive as you can. The negative is still going to happen. And that's on the real. Because we all deal with the negative. It's just how you respond to the negative, right? Keep your head up. Give people eye contact. How did we go backwards? Especially as black men, we went backward, or black boys these days. We're going backwards. We're going to the slave days. Y'all know that, right? They kept their head down. They walked with their pants hanging halfway down to please their master. Uh-oh. And we made it a fashion. What kind of shit is that? And black folks are good at that. We the best trend makers in the world. You know that? We have influence all around the world. An expression is called hip hop. A culture. An environment, literally. Gave people pride. Gave people attitude. Gave people something to stand up for. And that's on the real. That's 100 right there. Keep your head up. You got plenty of things to keep your head up. You're breathing. You got food on your table. And that's all the basics, right? And my brothers always got some type of story. How they been hustling. How they been putting it down. It's funny. I know we all heard one of them brothers around the way. Not saying it's not happening. But most of them don't even have to deal with that shit. Kind of like it kind of reminds me of who comes to mind is Biggie Smalls come to mind. Even though I don't know his lifestyle, I don't know what he did, but then the stories that's been told where he went to a private school and all this other stuff. It takes money to go to private school. People on this phone call, on this podcast, y'all know what I'm talking about. It takes money to go to a private school. Keep your head up. It's too many opportunities out here that you should be having your head hanging down. And speak up. That's the problem. Black folks, black men, black boys are not speaking up. We gotta speak up, but we gotta come professional on their ass. You feel me? We gotta come on that Martin Luther King tip or that Malcolm X tip or that W.B. Du Bois. You feel me? So they can feel you and know where you're coming from. Black man, black woman, black boy. Literally, think about this. Keep your head up. That's the whole point of this podcast show. Get some balls. We used to have balls once upon a time, right? Even with all these movies brothers used to promote. And we still promote them. The Scarfaces, the hoodlums, and Bronx Tale and all these other particular mafioso type of venues. If you notice in the movies, they respected themselves. They had principles. You feel what I'm saying? They had principles. Boys, look, black boys. You want to be a man. Be a man. Stop hanging your head down. It's too much pride out here. It's too much things you have accomplished. Your people have accomplished billions of things. We are winners. You know that? Black folks, we're winners. Everybody's winner, but I'm specifically talking to black men. We are winners. We still hanging in there. We're still developing. We're still making things happen. You got a lot to be proud of. Literally. A lot to be happy about. But the key thing is, look, we got to reflect. That's the key thing. We got to reflect as black men, as black boys. We got to start reflecting on more positive, more intertwining in our neighborhoods, making a difference in our neighborhoods, in our communities, in our whole infrastructure. We got to start being more positive. And we got to show them that we're more positive. We got to have respect for ourselves. And if I got to be somebody who you got to come on this podcast show to be accountable, do that. Support that. That's the key thing. We got to start getting the mindset, cross borders, cross waters, cross oceans, so people can start seeing a better light of you, black man. They see all this bullshit. They see in the Little Waynes and all this bullshit on TV, and they think that's what's real. They really think little black boys and black men running around doing that same dumb shit. Literally. And we get the same respect regardless of what position we in. You get the same bullshit. Oh, he must like this. He might like that. No, this dude might be in the, 9-inch nails. You just never know. We do have culture. See, that's another thing, too. We have to create the culture. Even though we have created the culture, even though our name's been stripped, our religion been stripped, we can go on and on about that dumb shit. Literally. Where we come from, this and that. How you know your people didn't come from right here? Your black family done born and raised and bred right here in the American islands. Literally. That don't say you African. You feel what I'm saying? This is another taboo. I think that's very taboo, but I think it's a myth. That's a myth. Everybody's not from Africa. You feel me? Everybody's not from Africa. So don't get it twisted. You're not all kings. You're not all queens. Let's get it right there in the front. But then one of the things you do have, you have the opportunity to act like a king, to take your position. You feel me? Take your position, but you got to be accountable. You got to be responsible. Running out on our babies. We running out on our children fast as we have these babies. And brothers just keep having babies and really don't have no structure for themselves. Therefore, they're bringing another human species in the world. What kind of shit is that? Obviously, we're not thinking about anything. Keep your head up. There's too many resources out here that we shouldn't even be. You should have more pride in yourself than anything else. Build a skill. Build something of substance. And this is dedicated to another thing. Dedicated to all you hood rat niggas. Literally. Excuse my language, but all you hood rat niggas. Y'all sitting up here, y'all acting like this, doing that. And then you think you're going to get some respect for acting like that. But therefore, somebody shoot you up or kill you or put you down or put a knee on your neck. Then you want to trip about why. Think about this. Even at least the Crip and the Bloods back in the old generation, at least they understand the principle. Hey, we got to work together. We got to get our shit together. You feel me? At least they get that principle. We can't even see that. Our young boys running around here, heads chopped off, literally, heads chopped off, metaphorically. Heads down, just like we got all these masks on looking like zombies. Straight up looking like zombies. Can't even talk to people without, they can't see your expression. So you got to speak with your eyes. Am I smiling? Think about it. Keep your head up. And if you want more of this type of approach, because I know I can be a little hard on it, and I know we supposed to be talking about fitness and health, but the main key thing is mental. We got some mental issues, literally. We got to address these mental issues before we can get our physical, our mental, our spiritual and everything else together. Because if your mental is not right, you're not right. And the people are telling you that. You seeing it by their actions, right? Because you're responding with reaction. Uh-oh. Keep your head up. If you're getting any value from this podcast show, send it over to a friend, family member, associate, whoever that you think can benefit from what was said today and my future podcast shows. You know, I appreciate you, what you have been doing. And you know you can get at me too. I offer fitness and health coaching, guidance. I'd rather put guidance. If you really want to get your life together, brother, sister, talk to me. You got my number, 206-659-6382. You can reach me at youarethegym@gmail.com. And I'm going to leave it at that. 43. Keep your head up. I'm out.